Hello and welcome to the first and probably only episode of Cooking with Peggy. We bought this pork before we realized that Steve would not be eating it with me because I would not choose pork spare ribs. They're just little boneless, what we call country style spare ribs. And they're really kind of nice. I'm going to throw them in the crock pot. I've put on some old barbecue spare rib rub that we had in the cupboard that's probably no longer any good. I'm going to quickly rinse some carrots to add because I like to have a little extra in my barbecue. Okay, I've got just a little bit of, well, I guess I'm not good at this, a little bit of the little tiny interior carrots. I've put a little barbecue sauce in the bottom of the crock pot, and now I'm throwing those carrots in on top of it. And then I'm going to put the meat in, just, you know, with the side down that I put the rub on. Let's see how that goes. And I'm just going to make one layer. Through some weird circumstance, we ended up with no onions. I don't know when last the house didn't have onions in it. It's kind of scary. See, Steve is really necessary here, apparently. Without him, everything sort of goes to hell. So I'm just making one layer of meat, rub side down. And now I'm going to add, because I'm curious about how it will be, I'm going to add some pineapple chunks. These are just your average Dole pineapple chunks. So in they go with a little of the juice, because everybody loves pineapple juice. I'm hoping it will tenderize the pork. If I had mango, I'd probably use that instead. But what do you know? I don't have onions, I don't have mango. So now I'm going to add more barbecue sauce because it's one of those things you really can't have too much of. Okay. So just a nice coating of barbecue sauce overall. And I don't really have a good sense of how long this will take to cook. There's not a lot of meat in there, but I don't want to eat raw pork either. So I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put it on high until it gets, oh, what a noise, until it gets hot through. And yeah, I'll come back in maybe an hour and see how it's doing. Enjoy. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have a nice dark sauce. It's been simmering away like this for about 3 or 4 hours now. And I took out just a little bit. I am too full to eat much tonight, but here we have, here's the meat, and you can see it's fork tender. I think I'm going to make pulled pork with it tomorrow. Let it cool down. The carrot is nicely tender and cuts well. And here's a piece of pineapple. And I used way too much barbecue sauce, as I always tend to. So the proof, as they say, is in the eating. So let me give it a... Well, the carrot's certainly yummy. The pineapple, of course, is going to be yummy. And now here's a piece of meat. I think I'll have, that will be tomorrow's dinner. I ate too big a lunch to eat much of it tonight. But yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I can eat a lot of that. All right, enjoy.